Alright. How we doing here? Still looks like lots. Now, let's see if you're going to cooperate. Come on. There we go. Right on the bar every friggin' time. Oh boy. Things are actually going very well for us. Today is what? May the 5th. So I guess we've been at it a week. We're a quarter done. We're over a quarter done. And we had 2 rains in there. Like, we should be able to do over a quarter, probably closer to a third of our land in a week. But we got shut down for a couple rains, or 1 rain, and 1 stupidly foggy, wet morning. And, then we had 1 day where we were cleaning out the drill and swapping over so that takes time. Couple big moves, all that kind of stuff. And to be fair, we started on Monday. We only did 30 acres because we didn't start until about 4 o'clock. Today is just violently windy, ignorantly windy, ridiculously windy. We filled everything in the yard this morning, and we tarped. We backed into the Quonset to tarp. But now we're 6 miles from home, and there's no good bushes to get behind on this quarter of land. So I would have just left them untarped, but there was a couple ugly looking spots on the radar that were kind of hidden to us. We got some spits, but it looked like it was going to rain a bit. They're kind of still forecasting potential for rain today. So I'd like to leave them untarped, but I think we gotta, this could be really bad. Neither of these trucks are vented either. That's the kicker. If we had that Emerald trailer, it's vented. So we wouldn't have needed to roll the tarp. Grab my little Insta 360 so I can be hands-free for this. And we're gonna try and make this work. So I don't like playing with tarps in the wind. I do have, you can see right there, on the Timpty, I have 3 of the Mickles tarp bungees, the hold down bungees. There's nothing on the grain truck, but I'm thinking if I can get that to go, I'll just whip the grain truck to the other side where it's, and use the Timpty as a windbreak. Okay, here we go. It was north before, now it's north. I almost wonder if it's better to be a bit quartered. Because if you go completely broadside, sometimes it ends up just acting like a wing and lifting. God, it's lifting.
I know you're a little low. Not liking me. Well, it didn't roll true, but I live with that. Now we're gonna run this guy around. Gonna cozy up fairly tight here. Hope we get a little bit of a windbreak. It's better. I think the answer is just go quick. All right, that stretch is done. Well, there we go. So I don't know if you noticed, but when we were filling the fertilizer, Dad didn't like grabbing the handle. And that's because he gets shocked. We've only noticed it in the fertilizer. The treated seed, you probably saw me going like this. It's fine. And I'm not talking like an itsy bitsy shock. It's a wake you up. And I don't know if it's got something to do. I think it's got something to do with the splice because it seems to time itself up. So he was using the broom handle to push it and kind of direct it. It's one of the, I don't know how strong that handle is, so I'm gonna make him a steering tool, is what I'm gonna call it. Spout steering tool. Spout steering stick. My shtick. I got myself a wooden dowel of 1.25 inches by 48. I've already got it dirty, so I can't return it. And an eye bolt. And I'm gonna cut the eye bolt just a little bit. and I'm gonna drill a hole in the end. Luckily, this guy says I need a 13/64 bit. Pretty sure it's about a 3/8 handle. This is a 7/16 bolt. Let's try a 1/2 inch just to be sure. Where'd that go? Right there. Lots of room. We'll smooth that up. Grab a file. Something like that. Pretty close. Just a shade on the short side. I don't know if it says 13/64. That's looking awfully small. Yeah, I'm definitely. That seems way too small. That's gonna split if I start that. Luckily, I got a whole nother end to try, but. I've also heard spraying WD-40 on these helps. That's tight. Oh, yep, it split. 13/64 is not the right size. We're gonna do it my way. Caliper between the threads. Smallest number you can get. Now, my batteries are dead in this thing, and can't really tell how to read this caliper without it. But we're just gonna stick a bit in there. And we're going to 21/64. Try this one on for size. That feels more appropriate. Are you splitting already? That's splitting. So we are going to put a hose clamp on it, I think. We're going to drill it out a little more. I don't know. I don't know if I can. That's the only wood sawzall blade I got. That feels like it will still crack. And if you're keeping score, (23/64), not 13/64. Says it right there. That must have been a typo, because yeah, maybe if you got a big honking post. That's good and tight. So we'll try that on the next fill. I think the stick is working. It's also a lot nicer than squatting down to do it.